Hey guys, so today we'll be playing Plague Inc. instead of the usual Genshin Impact, mainly because my university, right, we have been tasked to play this game and then analyze it as a biology student, as a life science student. So, I have this video dedicated for my course mates currently studying life science. So basically, I just want to help you guys because I understand some of you all cannot download this game because it's not available on the App Store for free. So those iPhone users, you all be suffering. But then with this video, I hope that you guys can get an understanding of this game so that it doesn't affect your report. So you can actually write something substantial out of it. With that, let's jump right into it.
Comment, subscribe.
Okay, so I'm just going with the default settings, which is I'm just going for normal instead of casual. We'll just call virus G2K. Oh, and also I'm using a bacteria. Yeah, because bacteria is the first pathogen that you get access to. Yeah, so maybe we'll just select Southeast Asia because that's where we live in. Yeah, but Southeast Asia is not where you want to start with generally lah. It's quite hard to start from there because like it's easy to infect people in Southeast Asia, but it's not easy to infect people, let's say in Greenland, which is like pretty end game stuff. Okay, so just very quickly lah. So the goal of this game, right, is to infect everyone on the planet and make sure that everyone is killed. So you have to eradicate humanity. Okay, so this video will be separated into three different components. First will be the early game, which is what we are doing now, then mid game, and then late game. Okay, so first up we have the early game. Okay, so we'll pop these bubbles to get DNA points. Okay, so what are these DNA points for? We are buying these DNA points so that we can, we are spending these DNA points to upgrade our transmissibility of our virus, of our bacteria. Yeah, so we want to increase the transmission rate. We'll just use transmission rate. I can't pronounce transmissibility. Okay, yeah, so the transmission rate, right, we have to increase it quite fast before we start upgrading the lethality of the virus. So how, like, generally, right, okay, so this is the life science part. So generally how the pandemics work is like the pandemics that affect the whole world, the epidemics, right, they begin usually because they started with, like, being a normal kind of like like for example, like flu symptoms, all these kind of thing, very easy to identify as flu. So you'll think that, oh, it's just normal lah, like nothing much, don't have to really care about it. And then once it hits, right, wow, like it starts to get very little all of a sudden, killing all those people that it infected. Of course, like, okay, one thing to note, right, is that there's a lot of like other kind of stuff, like real world stuff that they never consider, like when people get infected, they are more susceptible to getting other kinds of infections. So people can, let's say, like, I get this G2K virus, this bacteria, then it makes my immune system weaker, like, or at least it occupies my immune system so that, like, the common flu or something can like kill me. And then that will still raise awareness for this thing, this G2K bacteria. Yeah, so this is something that this game doesn't consider. Okay, since we are still in the early game, right, we want to upgrade the transmission generally lah. So that's why I've been avoiding like all those symptom upgrades. So in the early game, right, we are just farming the DNA points. We are slowly but surely getting them, and then we will upgrade the transmission. So over here, right, I'm considering either blood, air, or bird. So I decided to go for air because I feel that that gives me the most the transmission rate, like the highest transmission rate. Yep. Okay, so nothing much happens after this, so I'll just fast forward until the point where we get our next upgrade. Okay, so right, as we fast forward through this, right, I'll just start to say this Plague Inc, right, is quite effective in demonstrating what happens in real life, balancing between infection rates and death rates. Okay, so we are back. The reason why we are back is not because we can buy stuff. It's because you have to read the news lah. Because some of the news are important. Like most of them are useless, but then there's some stuff that will tell you like what's going on in the world. Then like if they say the world is getting hotter, you buy the upgrades that let your virus sustain the heat. And if they say the world is getting more rainy, you buy more like water transmission generally. And that's exactly what I did just now. So I started with the water upgrade, and now I'm at the now I upgraded for blood. So over here I mutated for cis, which is not good because people are gonna start realizing that my disease is like something disgusting, then they want to eradicate it ASAP. So yeah. Oh, by the way, you lose this game if the cure bar reaches 100%. So yeah, right now we are keeping it at 0% because like this virus is like, I mean this bacteria is like meh, like nothing much. Like you get or don't get is like not much symptoms. So yeah, so people are like not worried about it lah. Okay, nothing much to say here. G2K affecting more countries. That's basic. Okay, so I'll just skip to the next important part. Okay, yeah, that was quick. The reason why I stopped at 6 points, right, is because I want to buy the bacterial resilience, just to let you guys know. Okay, now we will legit skip until the next point. Okay, so like periodically, right, you'll see that we have mutations. Like, okay, over here just nice, I mutated the coughing symptom. Yeah, so this coughing symptom, right, actually is quite good for us. But mutations such as like insomnia, right, we don't want those because people are going to start realizing that our disease is quite sick, quite serious lah. Because when you got insomnia, it affects every aspect of your life, like whether you're working, studying, etc. If you can't sleep, you can't do anything. So that's something to note for pandemics. That's the life science part. So like you don't want that, so we want to keep our virus low key. So we invest in those like coughing, like no one, it's like not sus at all. Okay, so it's about like halfway through this video. So if you guys like this video, right, please let me know down in the comments and leave a like. Thank you so much. Now that we have 17 points, actually we just need 15 but we can buy the rodent upgrade. So next step for us will definitely be the livestock. Yep. So I think it should be quite fast. We probably don't need to fast forward this part. So yeah, actually now we have enough already. So I'm gonna buy livestock, and then next step for me will be to infect the rest of the world, other than Asia, because we are starting to approach the mid game. So we need to start thinking of infecting the colder climates as well. So yes, I believe over here I upgrade the cold resistance one. Yep. Okay, and with that, I'll just skip to the next part. Okay, so we are back. Now we have mutated the sneezing symptom, which is also good because it increases the transmission. Okay, now mid game already, so we need to start buying drug resistance because as we want to infect the richer countries as well as to slow down the cure. So as you notice, the world is starting to realize that my G2K disease exists, so they're trying to develop a cure for it. Okay, so now we really need to start thinking about the next step for our game, which is to upgrade all these different symptoms to make the virus not only more infectious, but also to set up for the late game where we will upgrade the lethality of the virus to start killing people. Okay, so now we just take a look at the bottom right hand corner of the screen where the cure bar is at. You notice that the cure is currently at 1% already. So people are starting to realize that my disease is quite serious. That's why I started to just start upgrading the symptoms already. I don't want to wait any longer. So I'm gonna have to start killing people. So I upgraded some of the more serious symptoms. So at this point, we are reaching the end of the mid game and starting to approach the end game. So we want to be prepared for that because in the end game, right, we'll have lesser DNA from like, especially from like infecting people. We'll get, we do get DNA from killing people, but that's only if we have the proper setup. So over here, I continue investing in all these stuff. But at this point in time, I'm already thinking of the next step for me because once all these regions get infected already, wow, that's when the virus my what do you call it, my DNA points, right, cannot go up anymore for like a period. There's gonna be a short period of drought. So yeah, they say what first death and etc. But I noticed what actually the figures are going up quite fast. This is quite going to be quite a deadly virus. Deadly bacteria. Oh my god, I can't need to start saying bacteria and stop saying virus. Okay. Yep. So over here don't I don't see a point in upgrading heat resistance anymore because most of the hot countries are currently being uh, infected already. So I'm going to instead invest in more of the symptoms. Okay. So yeah, more cure bubbles. Have to pop the cure bubbles. Hemophilia. Okay, hemophilia is quite good, honestly. One of the better mutations that I can get. Okay, so I think now, yeah, okay. Now we can consider that we are in the late game. So this is when like there's very little DNA bubbles that will be popping up. And then yeah, sometimes they will declare the global research is now focused on the cure. So that's when you approach the late game. Especially after they start popping up, the cure is 25% done, then the cure is gonna start being developed much faster than before. So you already have to start buying all these kind of upgrades that makes your disease more deadly. You have to kill people very fast now. So as you kill people, you get more DNA points. Okay, so I think I'll just fast forward to the next point where I buy a upgrade. So my bacteria has just evolved. Yeah, so that sounds good. Sounds deadly. I mean, sounds good in the perspective of bacteria. Don't think I'm like some evil guy. I'm like actually quite a nice guy. It's just that I have to play this game. So yeah, I'm taking the persona of the bacteria. So you guys can hate me as a bacteria, but don't hate me as a person. You know? Total organ failure is actually one of the better ones that we can evolve. That's that is, if I'm not wrong, right, that's the most deadly one. Okay, so now right, we get enough points. We're definitely going to start buying, investing in more lethal stuff, and also we want to start considering to buy those that indicate that they are significantly harder to cure. So as you can see from the cure bar, right, suddenly 91 drop until 77. So we done something right. We made the bacteria, harder to treat. So there's no more healthy people, so that's good. We can start devolving all those air, water, transmission, and then we can start using those points to invest again in the symptoms. So I think okay like let's just play safe. We buy the one that is more lethal, and also the next step for us definitely before it hits 100%, we need to start buying those that slow down the cure. This whole map of red, right, is oddly satisfying. I don't know if I'm becoming statistic or what. Okay, Central America in anarchy, that's good. No cure can save them now. Okay, so if you can see, right, like now already 5 point something billion people dead. So that's quite good. We are not going to stop there though. We are still going to invest in like, for example, over here I invested in paranoia and paralysis. So I'm going to invest in paralysis first because it will significantly reduce the percent of the cure. So yeah, that's always good. Because once it hits 100, you lose. Okay, so at this point in time, right, actually, the game is pretty much over already. There's no hope for humanity anymore because the number of people left, basically the number of people infected are the number of people left, which again is not very realistic because like after a while, people are going to start spontaneously developing um immunity lah, like their own immunity. Because if the virus can mutate, so can humans, ma. Bacteria, sorry. Yeah. All right. So as you can see, the number of infected is dropping rapidly over here because the most people are already dead. So I'll just fast forward to the end screen now because it's pretty much over already now. There's nothing much I'm gonna do after this. Okay, so before we end off this video, I think it's very important to gather some feedback from you guys. So if you think my video is like too boring or something, just drop down some feedback in the comment section below. And yeah, so I really honestly hope that this video has helped you. Okay, so now the infected reached 0 and we have won. G2K has successfully eliminated all life on Earth. Okay, so if you have made it this far into the video all the way to the end, I would just like to give a very big thank you to you guys for watching this video. I've put in quite a lot of effort in this video, and also right, I wish you guys all the best for homework 2. Let's all get full marks together, man. We got this. And yeah, please leave a like and comment down below if this video has helped you, and share with all the other life science people so that people can watch this video as well, and hopefully it can help others as well. Also, this is just a different kind of video lah. Normally I make like Genshin Impact videos, so if you play Genshin Impact, also do feel free to share my channel with those people who play Genshin Impact as well. And yeah, we'll make more content in the future. Thank you guys.
Bacteria. Raw.